In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to unlock everything in the new AUT update. I know I'm a few days late, but hopefully I can go over everything you need to know, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. If you already know the basics about the lab and how it works, then you can skip ahead. But for those who don't, let me quickly go over everything. The lab is located down here at the bottom of the desert area, and to actually get in, you'll need a specific item. To get this item, you'll need to wait for a camelite meteor to drop. You'll see it in the chat, and these meteors spawn around every 5 minutes and have 4 main spawn locations. One is in the desert by the lab. One's right here near the basketball court. The third one is next to the ranked leaderboard, and the final spawn is right next to the giant tree. Once you find one of these meteors, you can salvage it, and you'll get both camelite and cosmic fragments. For now, we only need 1 camelite fragment. Head back to the lab with the fragment in your bank and talk to this guy. He'll give you a key card, then you can head inside the lab. When you're in there, head to the cafeteria on the left and talk to this guy. He'll pretty much tell you everything you need to know, and you'll also have to do a quest to be entered. After that, you should now know the basics of the lab, if you actually read the tutorials. So now let's get into how to craft everything in here. First, head to the analytics sector. Before crafting anything, you'll need to learn the recipes, which can be done here. Talk to the analytics overseer and view the research. Here you can find everything you're able to research. As your reputation goes up, you'll unlock new things that you're able to research. To actually gain reputation, the best way to go about it is by delivering the lost equipment crates. These crates randomly spawn every 10 minutes and have 3 main spawn locations. The first one's in the desert by this giant hole, the second one's at the entrance to the desert just here, and the final one is right by the basketball court. There's also a chance for the crate to spawn as a special crate, which gives more reputation, but that's besides the point. Delivering these crates every time they spawn is a great way to gain reputation fast. From this point on, I'm going to assume you have the reputation needed for all of the research we'll be going over. Also, I'm on my alt and I had to turn down the graphics, which is why the game looks bad, so I'm sorry about that. Anyways, the first thing you want to research is the mining laser. This thing is crucial if you want to progress at all. To research it, you need 2 camelite fragments, which can be found in the meteors I talked about earlier. Then you'll also need metal scraps and ingots. The scraps have a chance to drop when killing an enemy, and ingots can be crafted using scrap and coal. Now that you've researched the mining laser, you'll also need the rhythmic channeling, but you'll see you can't actually craft it. Instead, you need to head into the gateway sector, and if you go through this door, you'll find the gateway overseer. Talk to him, and you should now have the rhythmic channeling. This allows you to craft a calibrated manifold, which, in simple terms, allows you to use the gateway to travel to the fractured realm. To craft it, head to the refinery sector. Talk to the refinery overseer, and here you can craft everything you researched. You'll need to craft both a mining laser and a calibrated manifold. Both are very cheap and only cost camelite fragments and metal. Once you have both, talk to the gateway overseer again and tell him to open up the gateway, which will take you here. You can also find someone who has Delta and ask them to open a portal to here. Anyways, once you're at the fractured realm, make your way to the area on the right. Try to avoid the green area for now, since you'll take increased radiation there. Also, make sure to pick up these cosmic remnants, since you'll need them later on. When you're here, start mining the stones. These stones will give you 1 to 2 camelite, and that number can be increased with upgrades. Also, there's a very small chance for an orange bar like this one to pop up. If you hit it correctly, you'll get a geode. Keep these since you'll need them for crafting. Now, let's go over the golems. These guys can drop cores, which we'll need a lot of for crafting later on, so you can try to fight them now to save yourself some time. Just be wary. The only way to damage these guys is by perfect blocking them. If you know you're bad at that, don't worry, since it couldn't be easier to parry these guys. All you gotta do is wait for them to rush at you, and once they get close to you, just block. It may take a few tries, but once you've got the hang of it, it'll become easy. Anyways, if you manage to get a core from them, congrats. If not, then don't stress, since you don't gotta worry about cores for a little while. The next thing we'll need to research is advanced materials. This will allow you to craft refined camelite, a very important item we'll need. To craft it, you only need 6 regular camelite, which should be easy to get. There's also ability and item capacity upgrades you can research. It's up to you if you want to get these, since they aren't mandatory. On the next row, you will need the enhanced protection to progress through. This will allow you to enter the green area without taking as much radiation. You will need refined camelite for it, though. So let me go over how to craft that. Come over to the refinery and talk to the guy. Here you can craft 1 refined camelite for 3 regular camelite. You'll also need cosmic remnants, which are the purple balls I showed you before. You can also research the camelite infusion. You will need a core to do it, though, which is what the golems were for. This research will allow you to craft a camelite arrow, and when used on crazy diamond, it'll turn into crystallized. This is needed for a step later on, so you can get it out the way now if you wanna. If you don't already have a core, then farm some golems and get one. Once you have it in your bank, talk to the analytics overseer and press the 3rd option. There, you can show him the core, which will unlock some stuff you can craft, which will allow you to make the camelite arrow. For the next set of research, we need to progress first. Head back to the fractured realm and go to the middle of the green area. You will need the enhanced protection to go here, so make sure you have that. Now, just talk to the crucible, and eventually your screen will go black. You will have to look around for symbols that pop up, and you'll have to continue doing this until they're all gone. If you fail, you can just retry, so it's no big deal. Once you're done, you'll get this dialogue. From here, normally you would need to go back to the lab, but instead, we can farm these enemies first. These guys drop something we need, so farming them now will save time. You want to target this group specifically, and when they're aggroed on you, run towards the end of the cliff. Once they fall, they won't be able to attack you because you're outside of their range, meaning you can easily fight them. These enemies can drop fractured sigils, and we'll need at least 1 to keep progressing. You can also stay and collect some more, since they're also used for research and crafting. They also have a small chance to drop either a dormant dagger or dormant spear, which both can be used for crafting the new specs. If you do get one of these, make sure to show it to the analytics guy so you can craft the spec. Anyways, once you've finished the Crucible minigame, you'll get a quest to talk to both the overseers, so make sure you do that. After finishing that, you'll unlock the alien technology research. This allows you to craft a harmonic decoder, which you'll need for the next step. You can craft this harmonic decoder at the refinery using cosmic fragments, fractured sigils, and refined camelite. With the harmonic decoder and fractured sigil in your bank, head back to the Crucible and talk to it. You'll be teleported here, where you'll have to talk to this strange object, and you'll also have to do some math. Don't worry if you fail it. You can just try again. It took me a while to do it, even though it's literally simple math. At the end of the dialogue, he'll give you 3 quests. You'll need the 3 abilities, Planet Shaper, Nuclear Star, and Crystallize to complete these quests. To get Nuclear Star, you must first craft a catalyst at the refinery. It's fairly cheap, so it shouldn't take too long to make. Once you have it in your bank, you need to activate the wormhole and head inside before the door closes. If done correctly, you should teleport to this realm, where you can fight the Nuclear Star boss. I highly recommend using Standless for this fight, since it just makes it a lot easier. If you don't already have Planet Shaper, you can craft it by making a Shaper Sword using 1 catalyst and 2 camelite fragments. Just use the Shaper Sword on Standless and you'll have it. You can also craft Planet Shaper using the ability shards. And for Crystallized, like I said earlier in the video, you just have to use a camelite arrow on Crazy Diamond and you'll get it. Once you've finished the quest, which will probably take a little while, we can finally move on to the last part of the progression. Head back up to the weird artifact and talk to it. If you're done with the quest, it'll give you the recipe to craft the Starseed. This item is very expensive, costing 3 cores, 1 catalyst, 1 geode, and 5 sigils. There are currently 2 things that require the Starseed. One is the quest we've been doing, using the Starseed and sacrificing Crystallized. Planet Shaper and Nuclear Star will give you Delta. Or you can use the Starseed on the final research, which will give you a bunch of extra capacity. Anyways, You guys should hopefully now know how to research and craft everything within the new lab update in AUT. If you've enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, or if I missed anything, be sure to comment them down below. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.